Album time, album time, album time, album time. It is album time. All right. Without any further ado, what did he say this genre was? Hold on, let me just double check. I think he said post-hardcore. So it's gonna be kind of rough. Um, pretty rough around the edges. Yeah, post-hardcore album. All right, give it a shot. Unveiled Men. The genre is sad boy. No, no, no. Okay, goes hard. And delinquents. A meme poster. Clean vocals are good. By the way, did Critical quit YouTube? Is that what his video is? I haven't watched it. Loving the lyrics. I'm loving the pacing so far. I like that, everything is kind of like, I think that the clean vocals are really good. I like them. I think that, like, they sound grand and cool, like they belong in the experience and they aren't interrupting it. They feel more like a moment of brevity for an album that apparently has no choruses. Because I think that it allows the extreme moments to really, like, have their time as well. It's just balanced so far. I'll be honest, I am a bit overwhelmed and I'm struggling to keep track of everything that's going on. So I can't tell you what's happening lyrically right now, but from the pieces that I'm picking up, I'm getting more stuff like imagining, like kind of like this devilish underworld, but then like the clean vocals kind of feel like this saving grace amongst the bleakness of it all. And that's kind of the journey that I'm on. Let's see if I can get something maybe a little more literal, moving forward from that. Buddy, I'm listening to an album. That's a oh my God, Lottie. Did a cover of TikTok for Pop Goes Punk. Synth in there in the back. Since it all transitions, I'm going to use this moment to pause. So the first song, I enjoyed, and I definitely expect to be overwhelmed throughout this project. But the aesthetic is really solid. I find the playing to be nice, sometimes maybe a little robotic, as a lot of stuff I feel like with post-hardcore is it almost borders on mathcore with that, when it always just tries to like, hit specific rhythms and like nail them perfectly. I do kind of find it to be not super interesting, but I'm really liking the vocals, and they're carrying the experience right now. So I'll tell you what, I'm not loving it, but I'm liking it. I am liking it, actually. I'd say overall smiley ball to what I'm listening to. I struggle to kind of put exactly where I feel, though. But I will say that the cover of this album is helping, because I love it. It's weird. It's almost like steampunky with like, you see like a little wind-up thing over here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is creating some sort of weird wind-up toy with the steampunk lettering. He's like engineering something, and like seeing this and like looking at this while I listen to the album kind of helps enhance the experiences. I feel like the bleak color palette with a few little like shining bits of light that are kind of coming through feel representative of sort of the dichotomy between the vocals. And so whoever did that did a kick-ass job. Reminds me of Betrayal by Bullet from My Valentine. Jug and guitar tones are so 2010s that you use the noise gates so you can get those tight, quick, stopping chugs. This band set the standard for pop metalcore going forward. It's a pretty good blueprint. No, not necessarily Inferno. Jesus. Okay, giving it insane. That one honestly kind of passed through in one ear and out the other, which sucks because I feel like to take in this album is like drinking through a fire hose, like with no stops, no choruses. It's all just basically either you're listening and watching the lyrics and trying to follow along with the poetry and getting lost and missing out on what's going on in the sound, or you're listening to the sound and you're completely lost and getting thrown away from the lyrics as the vocals are going between two different people and the poetry is convoluted and strange. And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me. But I am impressed by certain aspects of it. I just worry because we have a lot left and I feel already exhausted. And that's just, again, I think a consequence of this style of like organization, if that makes sense. What's up, Lunarism Billboard? That is cool. Yeah, it's so weird because it feels like, I feel like I'm listening to the same song over and over and over again. Like, I guess, maybe I should just accept that and like see where that takes me. And I think I'm going to do that, but it's just weird. It feels weird. question if I should just restart the album and just listen up to this point again. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm gonna do that on my own time. I yeah, I gotta listen on my own time and see, cause like I'm missing something that wouldn't help anyone. I don't know. We back. We good. Hey, we good. We back. All right. Continue. I don't even remember this song. Hell or High Water. I feel like it's all just kind of one big experience right now. And you know what? Accepting that is okay. I will say I'm not like majorly blown away as I hoped I would be with this, but it's solid. It's solid. Let's hope that the solid enjoyment continues. Feel your hands inside of me. Every single song apparently transitions on this album, giving very little breathing room. I agree. I'm disappointed by the lack of dynamics. Just like in general with this album so far. Like it does kind of feel uneven. You know what I mean? Or not uneven, like unseasoned. There we go. Unseasoned. Like everything kind of feels like compressed to the same level on every single song. It feels like they just kind of keep doing the same thing. And the vocals on this one don't match at all. Hey, I'm an island. holy shit, yeah, you're right. Wait a minute. Like, often the screaming parts are so over the top. Like, why is so angry? It's not like a 5 or a 7 scream. It's always a 10 on intensity. I'm literally listening to this, him screaming, "I am an island, and you're the tides that pull at my feet." Like, sounded like it was the most important line in the world, but then like it just didn't land. Because I'm an island boy. Exactly. How's it going? It's going good. Got a pretty intense album we're listening to. Viewers are questioning whether they should stick around. I didn't like this one lyrically. I felt like it was kind of convoluted and a little pretentious. And I hate the word pretentious. I used to use it all the time to describe music. But I feel like maybe there's a better word for that. It's just, I don't understand a single thing that's going on. Like, I don't get a single metaphor. I don't understand a single thing lyrically. Like, it feels all like these emotional tugs, but there's no phrases that make any sense to me at all. And I feel like that convoluted messaging, combined with music that kind of hits in a very staccato and rugged way and feels just sort of in a consistent paced form, results in me feeling like what I'm getting just isn't for me. I don't think it's for me. And it's weird, because at first I kind of had a decent enough tolerance for it, and I was feeling some of it, and like what it was trying to do, and I'm so lost on it right now. Like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to feel. And literally 4 songs left on the album, and I have no idea how to feel about this. Which is weird. It's a rare position. I'm usually I know how I feel about an album by this point, But I just don't know if it's me or the album. Woe is me. Maybe it... Thank you, Aiden. Hey, Dax. Good to see you. Saying the Woe Is Me with the album Numbers. I agree. I don't really like the glitches. They all feel like these weird moments of post production that just don't add anything to the actual the problem with this is it's not raw enough. You know? I feel like the moments that are raw are like kind of desaturated and thrown into the background. I don't like the mix. You know, it makes everything feel flat. And it just seems like when you stutter these things, I just lose interest because it just feels so artificial. I don't know, man. Came out 2010. Why is it that every time there's something really intense and it drops, I feel like I'm supposed to feel it more than I actually do? Like, you know, I feel like all my favorite songs that do have these drops, usually they like, you know, build it up and then when it drops, it like shocks you no matter how many times you've listened to it. I just feel like it's done it like 50 times and it's maybe worked about like 3 of those times where I've actually been like, oh yeah, let's go, you know, and it keeps momentum going. But I just feel like it doesn't keep the momentum. I feel like it has it, it does the drop, and then it does something completely different. Here. Alright, keeps it. And it's gone. And now it's doing some other crazy shit that's all over the place when it already, like, you know, it was a drop. And, like, I just, when there's, like, 50 of these drops, they lose their punch, you know? This too, like this sounds like it's about to drop again. It doesn't. It goes off into something completely different, and it like trails away. You know what I mean? It's like the fake outs are also just obnoxious. You know what I mean? Like like everything about this song changes. So if you want to like bang your head to it, you're gonna bang your head, and then like it's missing. The verse hook breakdown. Wow, wowzer. Oh, whoops. My bad. Oh, there's maybe going to be a little bit different here. What song did I just listen to? Our numbers. So it's basically the title track. It also had a feature. Where's the feature? I don't know. A lot of heaviness and a lot of frustration. I feel like so far with this album, it's kind of been that. It's been a struggle, you know? And I was a little wary, you know, I was both wary and excited going into this when I heard there was going to be no choruses and every song blends together. But I feel like the problem is these songs haven't stood out. I can't name, like, I can't tell you what's different about that previous song from any of the other songs. If I tried my hardest, I couldn't tell you. And that sucks, you know? I feel like the sense of identity of these songs is sort of lost because they're all just supposed to be like one after another of esoteric writing that nobody really knows what the fuck is going on. You know, like, I don't mind poetic writing. I really don't. In fact, I prefer it. But I feel like when it's done to the point of where every single line, you cannot take anything literally, the whole thing like gets lost and sent into the background. Like it becomes a cloud of atmosphere rather than an actual like, you know, sensible album. And I just don't understand it. Yeah, I definitely don't hate it though. That's the thing. I don't think it's like horribly done, and I think that for this genre, this is honestly pretty solid considering the stuff that's out there that does this that's way worse. But that's not a compliment. It feels like a crutch and a cop out, you know? If not for ourselves, next song. I want to read this. The idea of them doing a structureless album where each song has no chorus is great in theory since it avoids cliches and much of the style is victim to, but sadly it doesn't execute it well. Yeah. So glad you warmed up to this kind of music though. Thank you. I appreciate that. 2000s metalcore and emo, it feels more authentic in this era of metalcore in my opinion, like Finch for example. I don't think authenticity is the problem. Like I don't think that this is inauthentic. Like I think that it, you know, is trying to do something interesting and trying to be deep and like put everything into it, you know? Like I just think that the execution is almost damned by the fact that they decided every song transitions, sounds similar, and like has no chorus. Like it's doomed by that, you know? Because all of a sudden you have a desert full of like sand and very little around, you know? Little bits and pieces you can pull, but for the most part it feels like being stranded. And I feel stranded by this album. Like every time I try to pay attention, it manages to disappear. And that has been pretty much the entire experience. It started off where like on the first song, you know, Delinquents, where I was like sitting there and I was like really locked in. I was like, okay, you know, it starts off. And then as soon as the lyrics started, I literally started to disappear. Like I was like, I don't understand what any of this means. And I start to just like look away and listen to the riffs. The riffs all kind of do like, and they don't take me anywhere. They don't pull me in any direction, which way. And I'm stranded, and I'm stranded. So now we're at the end of this album. This is the longest song on the whole project before the final song, and I could say that I don't remember pretty much anything I just listened to. and that sucks. Not what I was hoping for with this.
I think you just about lost your sense of self, your sense of self.
This is the first line I've actually understood this entire album, because this is exactly how I feel at this point in the album. Now, if that's a meta way of actually saying that, like, you get lost in the chaos of everything that has just happened, that's really cool. I'll you know what? Let's give it that. That could actually be, and again, this is like the penultimate song. This is the longest song on the album, almost near the end. You know, it's supposed to be the opus. Starting it off like that actually kind of forecasts something interesting. So let's see if there's a little more literal, and I can understand what's happening. If I can understand what's happening and it connects a lot of the previous tracks and it makes sense, then it's going to be a much better overall album experience that I'm going to remember than if it just kind of burns out by doing the same thing that it's been doing.
Your foundations are crumbling down, are crumbling down.
So this is the perfect example of what, like, literally Hunter is like right on the mark with this. The vibe of every song, every single one of the songs here is everything is so dire. Like this song, like I get it, it's like supposed to be the grand opus, but like holy shit, like you were saying earlier, every single line feels like it's a 10 on the intensity scale. Like every single line. Agree, Spiky. God, no space. Really fun? I don't think I have. Or actually, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. So, revenge song? Part's really good. It's actually the most consistent, interesting part because it's actually stuck to an idea for more than like 30 seconds. All right. Roblox, I fucking love Roblox. I probably put in a total of 1,000+ hours trading on Roblox as a kid. I became a millionaire on Roblox. Now you can buy becoming a millionaire for about $3 grand. Everyone's a millionaire on Roblox now. The song actually has the most consistent like moment of the entire project that I really enjoy. I think this ending was very well executed, because it kind of like held for a while. You heard the drums still pounding, but like it didn't bring in riffs and try doing fancy shit. You know, it just was like trying to bring a point down. Now, of course, I don't know what the hell this song is talking about, but I felt the emotion of this, and I didn't feel like I needed it as much because it wasn't as chaotic. As the penultimate song on this project, I gotta say, it actually pulls it off. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It turned it around a little bit, so it's a smiley ball for me. Glasses are fired. Thank you very much. Yeah, easily just the most solid. Like the most solid, well, like executed. Like just, I get the vision with this song. It's the kind of song that kind of makes you hope to return to it and see more in terms of the overall value in the project. But we got one song left, one final song on this project. Good morning, Mr. Harlow. Thank you. Morning. I'm Vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. Desolate. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Still waiting for Dochi. It's coming up soon. Am I able to show it on stream, the Tiny Desk concert? It's actually kind of a cool track. It's got a lot of melody going, you know? Swear to God, I believe we've had enough trying to save the world. How did you hear it? Ooh. We have had enough. Hey. What the fuck? Oh, that's so 2010s. Oh my god. God, with the going on. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. One of my favorite songs, though, on this thing. I actually think that this is just clear cut. You know, I think that it has like a really great section before it drops, and the drop is like really fun. So yeah. A nice little pulling it off at the end here. I think these final two songs are pretty good. Pretty fun. Riveting songwriting for the guitar. What? Zeros and ones. Yeah, okay. So let me review this album. All right. Numbers by Woe's Me is an album that I think suffers from a couple of major issues. But I also think that it actually works as a full product. It's not that long. It's only 28 minutes. It's 10 songs. And the couple of songs on here that work really work. The problem is I feel like there's a vacuum of space that goes on in this album, where there are just songs that are just repeating ideas from previous songs over and over, whether it be these glitches in the guitar, whether it be the glitches in the bass, whether it be the glitches in the drums, whether it be these vocals that are dancing around and sometimes have no rhyme or reason, or just the consistent use of drops that kind of fall flat. Overall, I think that this project does a lot to the point of where it is straight up drinking out of a fire hose, and I step away. Now, that means I might have missed a lot in this experience. But I can say one thing for sure. When it's good, I have fun with it, and I'm impressed, and I have a good time. When it's bad, I feel like I'm just waiting for the song to end. But it does enough, and it does enough wrong for me to say I'm feeling a 5. 5 out of 10. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like it's acceptable, but at so many moments during this thing, it felt like a nonstop marathon. Like, really, like if it wasn't for me pausing, this thing would have just exhausted me to death. Now, listen, I might give this another listen later, and it might grow. If it does, I'll be very happy. But that's kind of where I'm feeling it right now. But yeah, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. This is a bologna sandwich with cheese of metalcore. It's not bad. 5.5. Many bands went on to express more complex emotions with metalcore. Oh, this thing had plenty of emotion. There was plenty of emotion in this album. I just didn't know where it was directed. Like, it's constantly emotive. Like, there's so much that it's overwhelming, and it all becomes noise, that just doesn't work anymore because it's just so out there. But that also means that if somebody connects with this album, like the person who sent it in, then they are going to connect with it like it is literally life support. Okay? Like, that is what an album like this is. Is like, if you can absorb and take in the overwhelm of emotion of this project, I can see somebody loving this to death. That is why, for me, it hurts so much saying I didn't get that experience. So, that's all I got. Thank you again, by the way. Let me make sure I get the name right. Cold Sky. Thank you, Cold Sky, for sending this in. I hope you weren't too disappointed by my review and analysis and takedown of this album. I appreciate you.